up again. Both players just have huge armies patrolling around the map, and neither player really wants to commit at this point. They both want to try and get some easy tactical advantage before they attack, like a huge plague, like a big plague on the other's units or something like that. Before they're going to attack, they want to get that advantage. Otherwise, it's just too risky. They could just, you know, they could win, they could lose, and it's so hard to be able to tell who has more units at this point because there's just so many units on the map. And they've both been building up. And like I said, at this such a high unit count, you know, if you had 4 more Mulisks, you know, in like 12 compared to 8, then the 12 is gonna just own, and you're just gonna totally win the game. But you know, 48 compared to 44 isn't that big of a difference, and it isn't insurmountable, and you're going to end up with not enough Mulisks extra that you're going to be able to definitely win the game. Whoa, Defiler coming in underneath a huge swarm there of Mulisks, and misses an opportunity over here. What the frick? Lurkers! What? Lurkers! Oh my gosh, we're seeing lurkers here, and oh, he goes in and snipes the Defiler. Surrounds it. It looks like the lurkers got plagued. What the what is going on here? This is insane. He's got lurkers out. The lurkers do make sense. They make sense because it's going to stop the Zerglings. He can't counter with Zerglings if he's got a couple lurkers there, and there's no way he's going to be able to get an Overlord in there to see the lurkers to try and power it down. He's gonna, is he gonna get a plague off? Whoa, oh no, just gets a couple units with that plague. Not really worth it there. You should burrow that Defiler now, but at this point they've just got so much stuff going on. This is ridiculous. Oh my, this is Hydralisk Den. He's got lurkers protecting, and that's really good spot because usually want to keep your huge Mutalisk groups, and then oh my god, this is scary. This is getting scary. You want to keep your Mutalisks all together and use just Zerglings to harass. And here he is going in with Zerglings with underneath a dark swarm. Going in against the hatchery. He's attacking the drones actually now as well. He's got superior Zerglings. He's attacking the hatchery. He's got the crack upgrade, which is going to kill buildings so fast. He's got the swarm. Get your Zerglings underneath the swarm. Huge plague goes off on most of Jaedong's Mutalisks. Another plague goes off on half of Yellow's Mutalisks as well, but I think Jaedong took the brunt of that attack. Yellow thinks he has the advantage now because he got such a plague on half of Jaedong's Mutalisks. Is going after the 12 o'clock base. Jaedong has no other possible route of action but to counter here. He has to counter right now. He has to kill Yellow's base back. That's the only thing he can do. He's ensnared Yellow's Mutalisks. He's ensnared a clump of Yellow's Mutalisks to keep him from getting back there. He's going to get a huge ensnare on almost, no, actually didn't get as good of an ensnare as I thought he did on Jaedong's Mutalisks. Yellow's coming back here. Yellow coming back with ensnared Mutalisks. Jaedong's using his mobility from the lack of ensnare on his own Mutalisks to run away and regroup and force Yellow's forces to kind of draw themselves out. It looks like there's acid spores, there's plague on some of these units. This is absolutely ridiculous. He's chasing him down. Yellow has the advantage. Yellow has the advantage. He's chasing Jaedong back to his base. Jaedong is running for his dear life back to his base, hoping to get some kind of advantage, hoping to get back where he get some units clumped up together. Consumes that. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna plague? Is he gonna plague? Does he have enough? I don't think he has enough energy for a plague. He only consumed a single Zergling. Huge plague! Huge plague! Clutch Defiler coming in from the north to get a huge plague on all of Yellow's Mutalisks. Yellow now has to finish this now or fall back. He's trying to kill off that third base. He does kill off the third base, but there's acid. Look at this, acid spores on everyone's units. Hydralisks coming in now as well. A bunch of Devourers for Yellow now. Oh my, he must have used some of the ones that he got plagued earlier to make more Devourers. A Lurker coming in and burrowing at the third base. I'm not sure why I didn't have a Lurker at that base before, actually, because Zerglings came in and wiped it out. Neither player is mining much right now because both players' third bases just got killed. Jaedong's fourth base at the 12 o'clock position got killed. So look at this. Jaedong's mine out at his natural. He's still got a couple little patches at his main. I think Yellow has maybe patch at his natural expansion as well. So neither player is really mining right now. Look at this. Yellow is now taking another hatchery at that 9 o'clock position at his mineral base. Yes, he does. He does have some at his natural expansion still because he got his natural expansion up later. Because if you recall, Jaedong at the very beginning did 12 hatch. So now Jaedong is distance mining. Yellow's trying to get another base down. He's trying to run in a Zergling to block this hatchery. He sees the lurkers there. I think he knew the lurkers were there already, but sending in that single Zergling makes it so he doesn't have to send in all of his Zerglings, which he does anyways. Running in to try and kill that Defiler. Oh, what is he gonna know? He doesn't get the Defiler dead. Wow, manages to. This is insane. Now we're seeing Jaedong's point of view. He's seeing the edge of Yellow's forces camped nearby his base. He knows that the end may be nigh. A couple Mulists running in. I'm not sure what those Mulists are doing. It looks like a single, just a couple Mulists. Yeah, just a couple Mulists running in, just seeing what's going on there, I guess. When a ZvZ you can afford to spare a couple Mulists for scouting, it's crazy. Maybe he's trying to. Oh, he was trying to probably pick off that Defiler. He needs that Defiler to not be there because it could plague all of his units again. Although I'm not sure. I wonder what kind of shape his Mulists are in right now, because they did go. Oh, what a plague goes off on all of his Devourers! Beautiful plague right there. I can't believe he wasn't watching for that. Devourers all get owned. All those Devourers are going to go down to very, very low health. And that is really going to be horrible. Now, a little bit of engagement here. Jaedong does not have a ton of Mulists left from the battles before. He wasn't able to build a lot of Mulists from before, and he's not mining, so neither player is really mining, so they can't really get their Mulist count back up just because of the fact that they haven't been mining. Yellow now pushing out third base. Jaedong is forced to cancel that third again, while Yellow has his third up right now. He's getting up. I think it just popped. So, and he's got the air units, which are going to render those lurkers pretty useless. And oh, look at this. Jaedong has run his Mulist around to the back though, and he's going to try and he does manage to pick off that drone before it burrows, but he doesn't have the Mulist count to kill off the hatchery really. Look at that. Acid Spored Mulists have run away, and look at Jaedong's drones have to hide amongst the spore colonies in order to stay alive. He is mining those just tiny little patches there, but we could see Yellow pull out a huge win here against the Zerg vs. Zerg Master, the best Zerg vs. Zerger of all time. There's a reason they call it ZvZ, because it's a completely different matchup when Jaedong is in the ring, and here we see NC Yellow, the original Storm Zerg, may outstorm Jaedong, the modern Zerg champion. Here he comes in. He's got an Overlord in view to push those lurkers back. A plague goes down on some of Yellow's Mulists now. He's having to fall back, but most of his Mulists are very low on health already from the previous plagues. But he's going to go in anyways. He's going to try and kill off those Mulists, but he can't get near the spores. If he gets near the spores, he's going to lose so many Mulists so fast. Each spore hit will kill off a Mulist basically at this rate, and he was trying to kill off those lurkers so that he could get in some Zerglings and attack with Zerglings. Now there's one lurker protected by spores. He can't get in an Overlord close enough to kill off the lurker. So he can't really kill off the lurker, and so he can't attack with the Zerglings, but Jaedong is not mining, and Yellow is, and that is the key here. And Jaedong, we just saw it on his face, knows that he is screwed right now because Yellow is able to keep up his production of units. He's been able to get more Mulists added to his clump there. Jaedong setting in a few Zerglings just to try and hopefully maybe do some damage. He's going to get one drone, maybe two drones. No, he's not going to get those drones. And look at this, Yellow just building up massive amounts of Zerglings. Jaedong GG's! Jaedong GG's! Wow, Yellow has taken the game. Yellow, the Storm Zerg, has outstormed Jaedong and gotten the win. Absolutely ridiculous epic Zerg versus Zerg game. I cannot believe we saw Devourers, we saw Lurkers, we saw Plagues, we saw Zerglings under Dark Swarm, we saw Defilers under Dark Swarm, we saw a group of several Devourers get plagued, we saw Ensnares. Oh my gosh, we saw battles with all the goo in them. We saw battles with plagues and acid spores and snares. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Wow. Oh man. Well, I can sleep a happy man now tonight. That was awesome. Thank you all so very much for your recommendations, by the way. Man, and I've been doing a lot of recommended games lately, and so most of them have been pretty good games, so thanks very much for the recommendations in general, not just the 70 million of you who requested this game. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Thanks very much for watching. GG, take care, etc., etc. Bye-bye.